it's time for us to introduce our final session to you for this evening. Let's have a look.
We now move to Discussion 3, Interaction with Processors. This session focuses on direct engagement with processors, bringing practical, on-ground perspectives into the CashewTech seminar. Moderating this discussion is Mr. Shakti Pal, Cashew industry expert. Joining him are our expert speakers, Mr. Ramakrishnan M., All India Cashew Association, and Mr. Eric Bessekon Yapo, ICN. Join us as we start this discussion. Over to you, Mr. Shakti Pal.
Thank you. Good evening. We heard a lot from our trunky suppliers and our specialized machinery equipment suppliers. Now let's spend only 20 minutes more, have some patience. Let's see how a real experience coming from two processors, one from India and other from West Africa. One who had a organic growth from starting a manual processing, going to mechanization. Another, Mr. Eric, who actually started with mechanized plant. So without wasting much time, let me invite Mr. Ramakrishnan.
Good evening to all. I'm very happy to join with you here. I first introduce myself. I am Ramakrishnan. My company name is Pratibha Cashews, which was established in 1997 by my father and uncle. I had joined in that company at 2004. Now almost 20-21 years passed away. We came up with a small processing while we started. My father and uncle, it was started very small level. Only handmade shelling was happen, and the peeling also happen in the only by hand. Grading, everything manual is there. Human interaction is most. And slowly we got adapted in the technologies. In the 2009 or 10, we first installed I think peeling machine from Vietnam. It was very good support at that time. We suddenly changing from the manual to the technologies. It helps very lot, and it reduced the labor, number of labors, but increased the production capacity. And slowly we adapted some shelling machine. It's not fully automated, but semi-automated. And during 2013-14, we planned a fully automated factory in the small shelling machine. But it gives more troubles at that time because it is newly we put it, but lot of investment. After 2 to 3 years, we faced a huge loss in that, because the new technologies coming every day difference. While we installed a new system, then next day will be the new system. Then again we have to change the new one. So that time we really faced very hard. And after that we slowly remove all things. And again we started with the new technology. And now we almost having a new setup factory with fully automation. In that we faced something I want to tell to the machinery suppliers, like how the processor is facing a problem. Whatever the speed shown during the sales of the machines, after sales, we are facing the problem like in the installation and maintenance. Like that we are facing a problem. And while we go for any next updation, suddenly it should be going to the new processor. The existing processor was left alone. They should not be able to come up with the new technology. In that time, technologies have to support with them to adapt the new technology for the existing processor. It will help strengthen the processor. It is my request. And during the maintenance works, suppose we are putting some Vietnam's or Chinese machinery there. While we having some issues, small issues, we are not getting the repairs work immediately. We have to wait for 15 days, 20 days. That 20 days, we stop the factory, then what will the processor problems? So that the machinery people have to be trained, a good, well-trained installation people, while they can come easily and they can solve the problem immediately. It will really help the processor. And nowadays, without mechanization, cashew industry cannot survey. Machinery is not only the luxuries, but it's a survival for the cashew industries. We have to adapt the cashew industry. Same time, the cost wise of the machinery also very high. One of the friend had shown in the, I think, Taiho, he told big daddy we having. But instead of big daddy, if it is a small mother also, it will be good, because mother is always very care and so now the processor need that care from the technologies peoples. It should be very good for that coming up the cashew industries, and we can strengthen our industry in very well. Thank you very much for this chance. Anything especially need, I am ready to explain you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ramakrishnan. So the early stage when the technology was developing, Cashew processor had a lot of pain, and this pain was equally shared by equipment suppliers, because they come up very frequently new version of a new equipment, and it was very tough for a processor to buy equipment, and before it reached to the factory, there's a new version. So that was, I was telling in the first presentation, that it's got so tough to bring this evolution up to this scale. It took almost 10 years, from 2010 till 2020, and thanks God now we are not having that situation where equipments are changing every year. So today, if we buy something, at least we can use them in next 5-6 years. So that is one thing. So let me invite now our new speaker, our last speaker of the session, Mr. Eric Bessekon Yapo. He's the managing director from ICN in Korea. They are the people who started with mechanization and automation. They didn't have the taste of manual processing, and he's going to talk about his journey in adoption of new technologies. Mr. Yapo.
I'm Eric Yapo, the general manager of Ivory Cashew Nuts from Côte d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Bouaké. We are in the center of Côte d'Ivoire. Okay, so I said that I will explain you how we, as a medium factory, grow from 3,000 tons in 2020 to 16,000 tons in 2025. The key of my message is what? Cashew processing is no longer a labor business, because we, in the past, start with many labor, but the problem is that we have also some problem about the quality, big challenge to scale to improve the quantity, the volume, and so on. So it is a technology business, and modernize or lose competitiveness. This is what I can tell for the first slide. So I told you that we grow from 2020 from 3,000 tons to 16,000 tons. And now in 2026, our target is to reach 18,000 tons. So the challenge we have, the initial challenge was labor-intensive operations, inconsistent. I told you about the quality and the yield, and high downtime, cost pressure in the competitiveness in the global market. So why we choose the technology? The target was to improve our productivity. We know that with 3,000 tons or 10,000 tons, it will be difficult to grow and to have a good margin to continue to work. So we choose the technology to improve the productivity, stabilize the quality, and have a passport for over market. Reduce the dependence on manual labor, because this is create unstable production, and ensure long-term competitiveness. The technology we implement finally was we fully automatize the shelling line, the color sorter. We purchase during the 5 years. We invest many we can say millions of dollars to improve our process and reach the first target I talked about. And now what I can say is that we have high processing speed, we have better recovery of the kernel. So now we can reach 21.5%, and we are lower defect in rework process, improve also export compliance, and we have better productivity, as I told you in the beginning. So the operation during all this time, it was difficult, I can tell you, but finally, with all this investment, we reached last year the different operational results, like kernel quantity sold, more than 3,300 tons, more than 200 containers, and we also supply to 35, more than 35 clients worldwide. So the lesson I will learn about that is that technology is a strategy. It's not only something to spend money, but it's not only equipment. It is also a world management. So it is equipment, but it is also people training, which is the first thing to do, because we can have many equipment in our good technology in our factory, but if we don't have well-trained people to manage, to operate, and to maintain, this will be a disaster also. So we also adopt step by step, because I told about 5 years story, but we did the investment step by step, because the target was not only to buy, but it is to choose the right technology and with the right machine manufacturer, to have a good partnership with them, relationship with them. We also need to maintain the equipment all the time. We signed the contract for 5-year maintenance and so on and so on. So we did not stop like that, because next year again we have to increase our factory. I can say the target we are looking for, so we'll go again to more than 18,000 tons with some partner we already choose and we are discussion. So what we can take away from this presentation, I said, is that cashew processing is no longer a lab-based business. It is technology-driven, and efficiency is equal to competitiveness. It's also equal to survival for us. For many people also, for many factories also, we are talking about. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Eric. What a simple message, crystal clear, that how you adopted everything, right technologies, and how quickly you build up the volumes. Simple, cashew processing is no longer a labor-intensive business, just technologies, and it's a strategy. Before we talk about technologies, make sure, are we the right people? Are we having all incubation strategies at place to bring this equipment and nurture that equipment so that it performs? And the growth is simple then. There is a person, we have our first speaker who talked about 25 years, and first 10 years he spent so much of money, so much of energy in understanding the equipment. Great thing today, we don't need that. Today we have well-tested, proven technologies in place which we can took and maybe reach within first year of operation, taking 20,000 metric tons. We have seen last year people who took such kind of technologies. The very first year they was able to export 350 to 400 containers. That's what is happening, so it's a great thing. Let me have one question from Eric. Eric, how much time it took? What is now you're thinking after 18,000? Are you still thinking to go for beyond 18,000 in next how many years? Where you want to reach?
Yes, our target is to go a minimum to 20,000 tons. And if everything is okay, we also plan to build another factory and reach 50,000 tons.
Can you imagine? Can you see? 20,000 and immediately to 50. 20 plus 50, 70,000. Have you ever thought about this? I was a processor 25 years back. Processing 5,000 metric ton, we have 1,700 women working there. And today, I think 20,000, you are not even having 300 workers, which is a great thing. Okay, great.
I want to give a closing statement. Because
Please.
one more request for the technology peoples. Right now, we having software for accounts, but for the production side, we don't have much good software. But any good developer is there. It is very good if you develop a software for the cashew industry that which helps the all to become, because everyone knows the finished product stock. But and someone all know the raw material. But in between there are many stages. But we still not able to find out that if you have any good software company can produce that, it will be good for the industry. And my closing statement, the future of the cashew processing does not belongs to machines alone, and it does not belongs to labor alone, but it belongs to the right partnership between the technologists, skilled people, and responsible suppliers. Machines can increase speed and efficiency, but the human experience products quality and consistency. At the same time, technology suppliers must stand with the processors beyond on the sales, during installation, training, maintenance, and breakdowns, because downtime in our industry means lost value. When processors, workers, and machinery partners are grow together, only then can innovation truly strengthen the cashew industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And I think I have nothing to say after this closing remarks. He said everything.
Definitely.
Collaboration.
Definitely.
Thank you so much.
Ramki sir summed it up beautifully. Everyone, as we conclude the day's knowledge sessions, wherever you are seated, can I ask you to please give a round of applause to Mr. Shakti Pal for steering these so beautifully for us. A big thank you to all our presenters. Mr. Shakti Pal, before you actually alight the stage, can I request you to present a memento?